Coming up next, the Nets taking on the 76ers. For the Nets, hard work paying off with the best record in the NBA. And they're determined to hold that top spot. Sixers, Nets, coming up next. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. DA, take it away. Well, thank you, David. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Wednesday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And for that game against the Warriors, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Look at the 76ers starting group. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Thibault in at the shooting guard position. And for Brooklyn, we've got Wilson Chandler. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harris. Then it's Jordan. And it's Durant in at the 3. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. A couple teams now, Doris, slumping here in the middle of the season. How can they avoid lengthy cold streaks, the absence of wind?
Yeah, I think this is where veteran leadership can become such
Oh!
Yeah.
Goodness.
Well, Kevin Durant with a little crafty creativity, KD at the rim.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skill.
You know, KD doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
Embiid. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
For 3, Harris. And Embiid pulls it down. Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against Milwaukee. With the floater. Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Simmons looking it over. And there's the pass to Richardson. To Simmons. 5 on the clock. Releases. Richardson, good.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
In the corner, it's Harris. Back to Irving. Pops it up for Jordan. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, we've seen this 1 or 2 times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
76ers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Pass to Embiid. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn on defense. Here's Horford.
I love the energy of Kevin Durant on the defensive end. Long and tall, and does a great job contesting without fouling.
Chandler finds Irving. Pass to Jordan. Embiid with the steal. Now here's Simmons. 9 points last game out. Richardson, no luck.
And you look at the cast-offs that have found success in Brooklyn, Doris, a great part of the Nets story.
And I think what the players appreciate is the team that gave them their first real shot to play significant minutes. That buy-in and urge to prove themselves a part of what makes their culture special.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of the game. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Then for the 76ers, Mike Scott comes in for Al Horford. And Harris subbed in for Josh Richardson.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
The 76ers lead it. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
How about the concentration by the 6'10" Simmons? Ridiculously good at completing these chances despite the D's best effort.
The 76ers making a switch here. O'Quinn's checked in. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Dinwiddie finds Allen.
In tight windows, you have got to be confident and on point. Spencer Dinwiddie, really good job in the pick and roll.
We've got 1:55 left in the first. Outside, Scott takes the three. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And here's Prince outside. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
And that one is off.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And it's blocked by O'Quinn.
Well, just such an active presence on the defensive end. Kyle O'Quinn, get that weak stuff out of here.
Thibault can't get it to go. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Nets. It's a 5-point game.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Simmons passes to O'Quinn. And the three off target. Nets shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. The 76ers leading by 5. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The 76ers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. First one falls for him. And he can't hit the second. Lets the three fly. Allen dishes to Prince. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And that one falls for Prince. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Inside. Pass to LeVert. This one for 3. That shot off. He gets it up. That shot off. And so the first quarter is in the books. 76ers lead by 5. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Kyle O'Quinn. Harris is out there with Simmons. Then it's Ennis, and it's Bolden in at the power forward.
Well, think about Mr. Jared Allen. He was not the first family member to get picked in the NBA draft. Let's remember his dad taken by Dallas in the famous 1985 draft. His dad, however, would go on to have a playing career in Europe.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
Here's Simmons. It's good, the assist that time from Ennis. Simmons got 8 points.
And loves to operate around the rim. Simmons' tall frame helps him to beat defenders.
Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. And yes, it's good. Simmons got the lead up to 8 now for the 76ers.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Dinwiddie outside. And it's off from three-point range. Out to the right wing. Fires from the corner. Bolden can't get it to go.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
There's the double team with Allen. The pass to O'Quinn. Here's Simmons. 10 points for him, and it's good for 2. Simmons got 8 points here in this quarter.
He's an absolute gym rat. Simmons is relentless in his pursuit to dominate really all phases of the game and improving with his scoring.
Buries it from three-point range.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to them.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical, thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets.
And with off-the-charts awareness, Simmons makes plays that others simply don't see.
The 76ers leading by 9. Here's Richardson. Outside for Simmons. Clock at 6. And they double up Simmons. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And here's Harris from the arc. Jordan with the rebound.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
Passes to Horford, to the paint. Here's Embiid. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Philadelphia shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Irving passes to Durant. The shot from 20 feet away. Another one falls for Brooklyn. Philadelphia leading by 7. Kicks it to Embiid. Pass to Thibault. 1:51 left in the first half. Here's Horford, and the layup falls. Horford's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Irving for 3. Embiid with the steal. Here's Thibault. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. And now it's an 11-point 76ers lead. Jordan finds Irving. Embiid with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. And Scott has it in the corner. Launches a 3. A rebound by the Nets. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, they took advantage of some porous defense in that one. Really got the shots they want.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this, Greg. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that.
The 76ers leading by 9. They double him with Irving. Poked away. In the corner, it's Richardson. 76ers with the new shot clock. Jacks up a 3. No good on that one. The Nets go the other way with it.
Boy, a forgettable night for him, but thankfully his teammates have played well overall.
KD can't get it to go.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
And the foul on Joe Harris. That's foul number 2 for him. Jared Allen's checked in for Wilson Chandler. Richardson with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York. Teardrop shot, and the layup is up and in.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
9 seconds left in the first half of the game. Left side, Durant. Got it to fall! It went down! He got it to fall!
He did it!
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And so it's Philadelphia in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
I think we played, and I thought we found a...
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson along. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
Well, having Ben Simmons' size at point guard, major advantage. Can see over you, score over you, plays with power and finesse. Unstoppable in that first half.
Kenny, how'd you think the Nets were playing?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. got Harris. Durant is out there with Wilson Chandler. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Jordan in at the 5. Irving for 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Simmons dishes to Richardson. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. Over to the left wing. To the inside. Thibault up and in on the layup. Thibault's got 4 this quarter. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
Here's Horford, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Brooklyn making some changes. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Chandler. Karis LeVert comes in for Kevin Durant. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Harris. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Tobias Harris is checked in for Josh Richardson. And stolen by Simmons. Pass to Thibault. 2 minutes into the 2nd half of play now. Good D by Jordan.
But only the first miss of the 2nd half. They've come out here with authority.
Dinwiddie wide open. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. To the middle. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Nets making a switch here. Allen's checked in. Doris, you and I enjoy discussing pure scorers, great shooters, but guys that can score a myriad of ways. Give us a couple of names that we don't always hear about that really impress you.
Well, one young man who I think has got an offensive game that is really continuing to grow and is quite beautiful already is Zach LaVine. But probably the best example, Kev, would have to be the multi-time winner of the Six-Man Award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's great in pick and roll. He has become a better playmaker, but Lou Williams is a problem to guard.
And as people will say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And that's going to be his 5th, guys. One more and he's done.
Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. Dinwiddie with the steal. And, oh, here we go. Prince has got it. The fast break chance.
Well, how about that floor awareness by Spencer Dinwiddie, getting his guys the basketball in great spots.
Harris kicks to Simmons. Tipped away. Ennis. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Josh Richardson's checked in for Ennis. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Nets trail by 17. Here's Durant. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, Kevin, the to-do list when you're trying to guard Kevin Durant is long, and he's used that added strength to power through contact.
Mike Scott's checked in for Jonah Bolden. Simmons passes to Richardson. Back to Simmons. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Simmons got 16.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Down low. Lets it go. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead has got back down to 14 on those points from Allen.
You like Allen to keep his concentration. Refuses to let the defense outmuscle or outwork him.
KD against Harris. And it's sent back by KD. It's good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
LeVert the pass to Allen. Back to LeVert. Wound up there for Allen. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, that's just tremendous length. Exceptional hands, Jared Allen. Nice and easy.
And Philadelphia calls time here. There's a check in for LeVert.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Simmons? Averaging about 11 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 8 rebounds in this game. Durant finds Harris. Misses the 3. The 76ers leading by 14. Here's Richardson. Allen with the rebound.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Prince outside. KD against Scott. Shot clock at 5. Durant with a wide open look. Top of the key jumper, no good. For Philadelphia, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. That's good from Harris. And Harris drops them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Outside, KD. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Richardson the bounce pass. Shot from 12. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Philadelphia with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. We'll return shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. Taking a look at the 76ers, Horford is out there with Scott. Then there's Tobias Harris. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Thibault in at the 2. Richardson kicks to Harris. The baseline J, rebounded by the Nets.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Philadelphia leading by 12. It's Richardson on the wing. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
KD on the wing. Defended by Scott. Durant. Offensive rebound. Jordan the pass to Chandler. Here's the 3. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Chandler. And that's 18 points for KD.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Shoots from the elbow. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. KD drives in.
Well, Kevin Durant not about to settle for any low percentage shot. My goodness, with authority.
Timeout called the 76ers.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Here's Durant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
There are very few players in the world who can do what Kevin Durant does. Under duress of the playoffs or a big moment in the game, Kevin Durant has the skill set and the mentality necessary to finish opponents off.
Ben Simmons, he's checked in for the 76ers. And the shot goes in.
And really, Simmons is nearly impossible to contain when he's sprinting to the hoop. An athletic behemoth who causes defenders fits.
Outside for KD. And stolen by Richardson. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Thibault. Some solid defense there from KD. And that skill set of Durant's that, Doris, you just mentioned, there really is no comparison in the league.
I agree, Kevin. I mean, just to have that soft touch with that height he has is rare in itself. Now you think about the mobility and creativity to find a shot for himself or others in any situation. That is what makes him one of the all-time greats.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
He gets it in there.
Catch and shoot. Is that Joe Harris' specialty? I think it is.
Now the pass to Embiid. Richardson against Durant. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Outside Irving. A 3-ball. Drains the 3-pointer. Irving's got it back down to within single digits for the Nets.
There's a marksmanship from Kyrie Irving. The lightning quick release. Boy, defender better have his hands up and ready.
Here's Thibault, guarded by Harris. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Short, and so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Both shots good from the stripe. You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship ring. Do you think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure, but it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jared Allen, and he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. 1:41 left in the fourth. A deep 3 from Irving. And the Nets miss again.
and he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
That one is good from Joel Embiid. And the 76ers lead by 16.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the 76ers.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only one left to play.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Ben Simmons.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Embiid kicks to Richardson. Passes it to Simmons. Just 5 to shoot. And they double up Simmons. Richardson gets a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. Now here's Durant. D right on him. Can't connect. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.